All right, guys, what's going on? This is Logan with West Desert Wheeler. Today, we've got a first look at the Rock Pirates RC Rum Runner chassis kit. This thing is totally awesome, and this truck over here is actually a prototype chassis that I helped give some feedback to Rock Pirates in developing the truck. Ultimately, my feedback was pretty simple. Some simple things like link placement and clearance with the skid. Just the holes were drilled a little too close to the skid. So very simple stuff like that. And then a few other little things. But overall, the truck performed excellent. I actually ended up running the prototype at Proline by the Fire because I got the kit, the real production kit at Proline by the Fire. So this is the real production kit. So what we're going to do is crack this thing open and take a look at what you get when you purchase this thing. Of course, it's always packaged well and it ships real fast because Rock Pirates RC takes care of it. Very cool sticker here. We got the Rock Pirates RC Rum Runner logo, which is a very pretty lady, and she's holding a bottle of rum, and on the logo on the bottle is actually, it's a reference to the Skunk Works, so that's pretty cool. Pretty rad there, but overall, super cool logo there. I hate when I get really cool stickers like this and I get one, because then like you want to be really careful where you put it and you don't want to waste it, and then it ends up never getting used. It just sits in my drawer of stickers of like, I need to find the perfect spot for that. Let me know if I'm the only one or not there. So then everything's wrapped individually, super well done. Okay, what have we got here? We got some link kits here. Looks like double bend high clearance links on the lowers, and then they taper down on the uppers to keep weight down on the upper links, but then some big beefy stainless links on the lowers. Very cool. So I know that Rock Pirates links are called peg legs, but I don't know if this is considered the peg leg kit or just all their links are called the peg legs, but very nice links regardless. And then rod ends, I'm gonna go with those links. Look how nice everything is packaged too. Very cool. We got our mini sliders here, and this comes with a battery tray that has nuts actually like inserted into the battery tray so you can mount it here. That's really excellent. Tiny sliders, they're not going to interfere with clearance really. It's a great place to basically mount electronics, hold a small battery, and stay competitive with this chassis. Chassis spacer set, we're definitely going to need these when building our new truck. A blank skid plate, so you are going to have to choose a transmission to go with this, but what's great about it is you can choose just about any transmission you want. I'm a huge fan of the Deluxe Nod 2, and I strongly recommend that, and they just added the Deluxe Nod 2 to the Rock Pirates website, so if you're looking, check their website. They do carry deluxe transmissions. More Rock Pirates goodies, body post mounts in that lovely raw aluminum finish, and then we've got some spacers here, and these actually look a little bit updated. The chamfers are not as aggressive as they were. Yeah, these should be really nice. They've actually changed these. I never realized that. But I think there's 3 different length spacers included in this, so you can set your servo height or whatever you need, like spacing out your shocks and stuff. These are super handy. They're a couple dollars on their website. I usually make sure I have a couple packs on hand. These spacers are in all of my trucks in some way or another. All right, and finally, here we have the silver carbon Rock Pirates Rum Runner chassis. This thing just about looks like Swiss cheese with all these upper link mount positions and then all the front shock tower positions. Although these are double purpose because you get to run body mounts wherever you want up here, and then you got to run some cross braces through this as well, and then of course mounting your shocks to wherever you need them to go. And then there are shock towers up here, and you're able to move these forward and back depending on the wheelbase you're running and depending on the shock angle you're after. So I'm going to try and clone it close to whatever this truck is currently because it works really good that way. And I want it to overall perform very similar to what I've already got. So super excited. And that's what comes in your Rum Runner kit. All right, guys, so I'm going to put this chassis together. I'm going to take that truck apart and then donate all the parts onto this. So I'm not going to show the entire process, but I'll probably show this thing once I get it into what looks like a chassis where it's really pretty and ready to go. And then I will show you what it looks like as the complete truck. All right, guys, here we are. We have a completed slider, but I've still got some other changes I've got in mind for this truck. I actually want to switch out some portal boxes. I'm going to go with the deluxe heavyweight outer portal covers on the front, as well as going to some Trio aluminum knuckles here in the rear just to add some strength. But that's kind of irrelevant for what we're doing in this video at least. So we've got the Rock Pirates Rum Runner chassis kit all put together. Again, we've got these awesome low profile sliders. These things are nice and smooth. They're just a great product. And then you can see the 4 screws on this side, which actually secure the battery tray. I threw on some Velcro on that guy. And then I also really tried to tidy up my wiring. Previously on the old truck, I slapped the truck together when I originally built it to try and make it in time for a competition. And man, the wiring was hideous on there. I didn't show it intentionally because it was that bad. Now I kind of wish I would have, because this looks so much better. Now, the only component that I have not reinstalled into the truck is these new Rock Pirates locker lights, which are super cool. So these are a LED lighting system for rock lights, essentially. And you can see here that it's just all one continuous string of lights. And so essentially what that does is you create just a loop of wiring around the truck, basically. And then you've got your little light controller here. This plugs into a 3S battery port from your battery, a sensor wire connection. So you can easily not turn them on if you don't want them on. And then if you do want them, you just plug in your sensor wire there. So it's a great way to power up your lights. And then having one continuous string, it really cuts down on the amount of wiring running around the truck. I had these installed fairly clean, pretty much as clean as you can be previously. So we're gonna try and redo that. But for now, I'm not installing these because I've still got some more changes I wanna make to this thing. But overall, silver carbon rails look super awesome out here. We've got crazy tight clearances on this Outrunner, but that's because of myself and where I placed the transmission. Truthfully, I should have placed it just a little bit further back. It really would help out a lot. But it clears at max articulation in all angles, and even if you like really twist it and kind of force the chassis flex a little bit, she should be good to go, not going to rub on anything. Deluxe cut to length drive shafts are kind of mandatory on this truck because you got a very short drive shaft up front, you got a very long drive shaft in the rear. I would strongly recommend those. Of course, we've always got our Reefs RC servos, 777s front and rear, so they're both direct power. So I don't have to run a BEC in this guy. And then I ended up using my own Servo crimping tool to connect both power leads into one JST for the direct power servos. So they're tied together now, and then they just plug into the JST that comes out of this Holmes V3 ESC. Super cool, clean setup. This thing runs and works awesome, very lightweight. Plastic axle housings and all that. A small Outrunner motor, small Deluxe Nod 2, small ESC, everything's small and lightweight, but it's very powerful, and this thing gets the job done. So super clean truck. I'm real excited to get it out on the rocks. I will definitely be sharing more of this truck with you guys. I'm gonna definitely run this in the next competition season. I ran the prototype in the previous season, so let's see what the production rig can do in next year's season. Super excited about it. I really appreciate you guys watching. Definitely let me know what you think of these style videos, if I should do more of them, where I build and work on things versus being out on the rocks. We'll see you guys in the next one. Keep the rubber side down.